We're back. Back and recomposed. Not usually like that, but went through some things, and that last chapter was, yeah, just let's move forward. I am glad to see you well. Though we could roughly place your souls, deep as you went, we could neither see nor hear you. The fluctuations in your ether near the end gave me quite a fright. What in the world happened? Well, we met up to Heidelin. We have this crystal now. You mean to say Heidelin is... No, there's no time to feel our feelings. We must carry out Heidelin's will without delay. We'll find Medion if it's the last thing we do. If you wouldn't mind handing over the crystal, that is, the fancy navigatory one. To the edge of the universe, where congregates the despair of countless stars. You are determined to see this through? We are. Should words fail us, we will fight to the bitter end. I know that it pains you to accept this. With that I need ask nothing more of you. Yet we only two means to travel the great expanse, the moon and the Antralian's arc. I am all too aware that without both of them, there will be no exodus, but I nevertheless beg you to honor the agreement we made. The forum's decision will be honored. You have earned the right to use the ship as you see fit, and I could not rescind it even if I wanted to. As it happens, I do not and would do all within my power to aid your cause. Good. Father's on board. With that settled, might I suggest you rest a while? Proving oneself to Heidelin is never easy, and despite our unparalleled genius, we need a day to make the necessary calculations. You may as well take advantage of it. You can chart a course through the sea of stars in a single day? Ye gods! Yeah. Shall we head above ground for some fresh air then? And perhaps a nap? Oh. Aha, I've been expecting you. I heard about your foray into the ethereal sea. The students have ventured far and wide, but never quite so deep as that. Are you experiencing any after effects from your prolonged exposure? Nausea? Dizziness? Hauntings? Well, have a pleasant sleep. And if you do experience any unusual phenomena, please let me know. I shall add it to our records. Retire to your chamber? Let's retire.
There you are. Some time, indeed, yes. For you, at least. Believe me, I'd meant to get some proper sleep. But here we are, drifting along instead. Well, well, you too. And so we remain, to watch and wonder. Yes, indeed. To begin, we first must see the end.
Kyle. Ashitaka, I trust you had good rest. An envoy of Master Fortune also arrived not long ago with the message the Loperites have determined Medion's location. Oh, we've been asked to gather at the Rostra. I'll meet you there along with the others. Oh, let's go. They've acquired Medion's location. Okay. Give me a second. Everyone appears to be present and accounted for? Good. As you know, the Loperids have deduced the whereabouts of Medion by means of a crystal bequeathed to us by Heidelin herself. Your quarry's location is a place far beyond the moon, in the farthest reaches of the stars, at the edge of creation. Edge of creation? A veritable Ultima Thule. Ultima Thule? Indeed. How then are we to reach it? An excellent question. Luckily for you, I have an equally excellent answer. In theory, with its advanced propulsion systems, the moon is capable of delivering you to Ultima Thule. By the myriad other facilities housed within would greatly impede travel through the sea of stars. Even the Mother Crystal may not possess aether enough to bear so massive a vessel to our destination and back. However, if we integrate our hyper hopper into your aether burner, we're gonna have a hyper hopper aether burner. We're gonna have an aether hyper hopper burner. We should be able to fire things up and jump our way to the end of the universe in no time. Father, does this mean? Bear in mind, this decision was not made solely at my discretion, but with the consent of the Forum. Hearing the Loperid's proposal, the Forum was faced with a grave decision. To commit the Ark to this endeavor would mean abandoning both our plans to evacuate to the moon, and to resettle on another star. Needless to say, the proposition invited fierce debate. In the end, however, the Forum was swayed by the simple fact that Heidelin believed you possessed of the strength needed to overcome this crisis. The Great Exodus was, after all, a plan of Heidelin's own making. Therefore, if in the 11th hour she would proffer another means by which she may seek salvation, we would be fools to dismiss it out of hand. Indeed, she sacrificed everything, her very existence, to avert the destruction of this star. That is why we have chosen to place our faith in Heidelin. In you, the Ark will be made ready for your voyage to Ultima Thule. What of all the people that have labored so tirelessly to prepare for the evacuation? They must be furious. I would not be so sure. They have not forgotten your deeds on the Magna Glacies, nor did your instrumental role in orchestrating the delivery of adamantite go unnoticed. No, the people do not protest. Quite the contrary. They have expressed unwavering support for you and your mission. Are the Loperids too willing to abandon the Exodus? Were you not listening when we said we were born of Heidelin's love for Aetheris and its people? If it means your survival, we would do anything to help. It's true. And you'll most certainly have need of our expertise where you're going. There's no guarantee Ultima Thule is a place that supports life, and otherwise vexing problem our know-how can remedy. Besides, Heidelin chose us to lead the way to Medion. Why else would she give you a crystal only we can decipher? But more importantly, we were perfectly content to evacuate Aetheris until you brought us here, Urianger. And now we're enamored with the place, so what choice do we have but to save it? It's true. You like our lemon muffins now? Of course, none of this is possible without you and the Scions. So I must ask, are you certain you wish to do this? We'll avert the final days, whatever it takes. Very well. We shall inform the Forum of your decision, and begin preparations to bolster the Ark with the, Hyper Hopper. The Lopperts will coordinate with the Isvard contingent to have the necessary components transported via the Tower of Battle. Of course, it will take time until the work is complete. For now, pray take your ease. So it seems there is naught to do but rest and prepare, shall we? Ere we depart, we must leave nothing undone. Quite. Though it is difficult to conceive of how one can best prepare to brave a domain where Dynamis governs all. Nevertheless, Hydaelyn deemed us worthy of the trials that await. For lack of any other feasible options at this late stage, let us trust in her judgment and face Medion as we are. Which leaves the not so small task of coordinating our efforts here to you and Tataru. If all goes to plan, we'll be back before you know it. I certainly hope so. We will be praying for your safe return. Mayhap it will affect the Dynamis for the better. With that settled, we should get some rest, and make the most of the time we've been afforded. The meeting's over, is it? You were in there so long. I started to worry. What did they have to say? The edge of creation. I see. Rest assured, everything will remain in order until you return, and you will return. Actually, Ashitaka, could I borrow you for a moment? Looks like your plans for the interim are decided. When the two of you have finished, meet us back at the Baldasian Annex, alright? Come with me to the Agora. I have something to show you. Okay. Okay. Welcome, Ashitaka, to Tataro Taro's boutique. I've always done my best to provide the Saiyans with fashionable attire, but in your case specifically, I make an extra effort to strive for the most functional yet stylish clothing one could ask for. Not that I'm playing favorites, but you are the warrior of light. Faced with this unprecedented crisis, I knew you would need an ensemble unlike anything I've ever created before, and that I wouldn't be able to do it alone. And so, after enlisting the aid of the world's finest artisans, I finally completed my career-defining masterpiece. But then inspiration struck and I saw a golden opportunity just begging to be seized. With the help of some Tharvarian refugees, I decided to set up shop here in Charlayan. Of course, I would never charge you for any of our works. Perish the thought. Okay. Forester Rude, how are things coming along? Everything is in order. Mistress Sataru will be ready to open shortly. Which is why I brought you here, to be our very first patron. Would you mind waiting here a moment longer? I guess I've been waiting a little bit more and it's not gonna hurt. Ah, I did not expect to find you here. I imagine Nidhana would also wish to offer her regards. Alas, after delivering our dragon skills to the engineers, she remained to assist with their work on the Aether Burner. This simulacrum, too, will stay in Charlayan, while I oversee matters in Ratatan. It is a rather convenient means to keep abreast of developments pertaining to the final days or anything else. It also allows me, after a fashion, to watch over my people in this distant land. Varshan, I was hoping you'd stop by. I can't thank you enough for allowing your artisans to work with me here at the boutique. Please, it is I who should be thanking you. This establishment has restored a sense of normalcy to their lives. You have blessed them with newfound purpose and a means by which to support themselves in these troubled times. What's more, when they at last return home to Ratatan, the experience and knowledge they have gained in your employ will no doubt prove a boon to the artistry and commerce of our land. In fact, I came here to see how your new employees are settling in, and to express my gratitude for granting them this opportunity. It's an opportunity for me as well, believe you me. Your artisans have taught me so much about Tharvarian craftsmanship. Their resourcefulness and ingenuity are nothing short of inspiring. I can't wait to see what kind of wonders we come up with. I pray you every success in your endeavors, Mistress Sataru. Before coming here, I've heard word of the forum's decision of what will soon be attempted. It was only then that I finally understood why my father called the star the last bastion of hope. Indeed, it was the last bastion, for the flame of every other star he encountered had likely been extinguished. In the boundless dark, the light of brimming life must be blinding in its splendor. Your journey unto the heavens to protect that light. May the scales of my kin serve you well. I have faith you will prevail and restore peace and tranquility to the star. I should like to visit Ratatan again when this is all over. And we should be honored to receive you. There is still much of Ratatan you have yet to see. Forgive me, but I must take my leave. Fare you well, and remember, the people of the star have not yet given up hope, and neither must you. I have not. I never did. Bye. Where must I go to get a meal with some flavor in this wasteland of taste? I should show you my boy cooking way. Ashitaka, old boy. My, whatever are you doing here? A new boutique, you say? I had been meaning to expand my wardrobe. Yes, something with a little more flair, perhaps a befitting a man of my station. Though I have nowhere to flaunt said raiment so long as my confinement continues indefinitely. The young Lord Fortemps insists that, so long as there is work to be done, no matter how trivial, I must abide here in Charlene. Thus do I toil, though every fiber of my being rails against it. Why, I have even suffered the company of that brute Sicard to see supplies transported in a timely fashion. Yet he was the one granted leave this morning to participate in some supposed covert operation. So I suffer instead for his otherwise welcome absence, now burdened with the extra busy work. And without honor right here, there is no one to prepare my meals. They left him alone to do all the work. Poor Emilian. I came here in the hopes of finding a nice cafe, perhaps. Alas, the Charlene delicacies I've sampled were lacking in every respect. Have you tried Archon loaf? You can find it in all the shops. If a hearty meal is what you're after, I suggest the last stand. Yeah, try Archon loaf. Archon loaf? It sounds sophisticated, like me. Thank you for the suggestion. With a full belly, I dare say I can endure this purgatory, if only a while longer. Ta-ta, old boy. Ta-ta! It's too chipper. Ta-ta! Well, is that Ashitaka and Tataru I spy? Hancock, what are you still doing here? You said you were returning immediately after dropping off your cargo. Yes, that was my original plan. After all, any expertise required is set aside from the delivery of goods is well beyond my purview. But what manner of entrepreneur would squander an opportunity to study the markets of the northern seas? Worry not, I will return straightway to the Kugane once I have finished. Of course you would find a way to turn this crisis to your advantage. She wounds me, the industrious woman running a new boutique. I am not blind to the travails of those who fight on the front lines to deliver us from ruin. Indeed, I have every confidence they will succeed, and I would make myself and my business ready for their return. If you believe in them so devotedly, then why not put your money where your mouth is? Fair enough, Tataru, fair enough. There is not more I can do to help ready the Ark and her heroes for their maiden voyage. But on your return, I shall host a grand celebration in your honor at the Bokaro Inn. Accommodations are quite costly given the reputation of said establishment, but the East Aldenard Trading Company would be honored to foot the bill. I appreciate the gesture. Will there be lemon cakes? Oh, a man of tart taste, I see. Yes, there will be lemon cakes and much, much more. The finest delicacies the world and Lord Lolorito have to offer. the way the way he turned over, he's like, "What?" But let us speak more of this upon your request, lest I draw even more of Tataru's ire. Until next we meet. Ah, Shitaka, decided to spend your time at the markets, did you? I did. Biggs, Wedge. What's up, guys? Tataru! Biggs, Wedge. I take it work on the arc proceeds apace? Aye, it does indeed. Collaborating with the greatest minds of Charlene and Ratatan has been a rewarding experience. And that's to say nothing of what we've learned from the Loloperits. I keep saying Loloperits. Why? It's Lolorito's fault, I think. The arc is unlike anything we've ever had the pleasure to work on. Even Nero was rendered speechless on more than one occasion. Nero. I can't wait for you to see it. Yo, I can't wait to check it out. And you'll never guess who paid us a visit before we came to Charlene Alpha. I think he sensed the coming danger and returned to check on us. He was always one to turn up in a time of need, and I suppose that's why he decided to join us here in Charlene. Good thing too. I don't know how he does it, but he has a knack for brightening your day just by being there. It's still hard to believe that we have the means to send you off into the great expanse, though, to the farthest known reaches of, well, everything? I never thought I'd live to see such marvels, yet here I am. More often than not, you and the scions are the catalyst that sparks the need for the great innovations. To think how much I've missed out on had I not been a member of the Ironworks. An awful lot of work, to be fair, and the privilege of being worked like a cart chocobo. Ha, there is that too. As busy as we've been, I wish there was more we could do for you, Ashitaka. But no matter what happens, we have to keep believing for a brighter future. That we do, my friend, that we do. Yeah. Yeah. When you head back, would you tell the engineers I'll be along shortly with refreshments? That's very kind of you, Tataro. They'll be glad to hear it. And on that note, Wedge and I should get going. Still a few more supplies to gather before we return. Bye. Tataro saying bye is like so like nonchalant, like bye. She's like bye. Terribly sorry for the wait. Right this way, if you please. Hmm. Right. I don't believe the two of you have been formally introduced. This is Varsud Sarud from Palikistan. Pleased to meet you. The pleasure is mine. Thanks to Mistress Sataru, I and many of my friends have found gainful employment in this foreign land. To keep double clicking. I know not whether we will come to call this place home or return to Thavnir, but we are here today, and are glad to have contributed to the cause. And contribute they did by helping to make your new garnishments as durable as possible. Really? We put our hearts and souls into them, and I have every confidence they'll keep you safe in the battle to come. Okay? Gods, to think how far we've come since our humble beginnings at the Waking Sands. The Waking Sands, Tataru. I want to hug you right now. The Waking Sands. Oh, I remember so many times having to run over there, like really quick with our chocobo. From the rising stones, yeah, the rising stones to the falling snows, and even a certain insufferable someone's ruby bazaar. We were always fortunate to find friends along the way. We did, Tataru, you're right. Even when you were swept away to the first, Grahatia was there to grant you sanctuary. I'll never forget the relief I felt when you all returned to us. I thought my heart would burst. Aw, you're so cute. Yours has been a long, long journey, and I've been privileged to watch, often with bated breath, as you persevered time and again. Thank you, Tataru. For all the joy we've shared, there's been much sorrow as well, but I've long since learned you can't have one without the other. Very true. Which is why I promise to send you off to the Sea of Stars with a smile. And you can be certain I'll be the first one to welcome you back on your return. Yeah, Tataru. In addition to your new ensemble, we have raiments and weaponry for every need, so please feel free to browse our stock. You may now obtain job-specific gear from Vassarud. The weapons and gear obtained can be equipped at level 89, however all item stats will be subject to item level sync. On reaching level 90 with the corresponding job, these items will no longer be synced. Furthermore, the gear can be dyed upon completion of the role quests associated with said job. Okay. Magical rain DPS. Oh, it just says available? What does that mean? It's just like it's free? Ooh, 560. Claim Wild Rose? Yeah. Wait, I can just take all of these? Oh. Oh. Excuse me. Oh. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay. Hello, wait a second. I want to see this. Oh, oh, are you kidding me right now? I feel like I'm an 11 again. Are you kidding me right now? Boss Red Mage. Can I not dye it yet? I'm missing a duty to dye it? I'm missing a duty to dye it? Oh, okay. Oh, I just want to make it a brighter red. This is boss. This is boss. This is Red Mage right here. I feel honored to wear this. Oh my god. Just, oh my god. Boss. Boss right now. Alright. So delighted by your patronage, Tataru is ready to send you on your way. I realize you've got lots to do before you depart, so I won't keep you any longer. I do hope you can find a monument for yourself, and that the others can as well. They said they were returning to the Baldasian Annex, though I doubt they stayed for long. If you decide to go looking for them, I suggest speaking with Carl first. I'm sure they would have told her their plans. You just finished the last video. How am I? I'm a brand new person. I am a completely different person. I have some things to take care of, but I'm great. How do I look? First of all, like, how do I look? Forget how am I? Look like a musketeer? I am a musketeer. Haha! I am a musketeer. I'm a stooger. This is the classic red mage look. This is what a red mage looks like. This is a prime example of a classic with the feather in the cap. Perfect. Just perfect with the rapier in hand. They did a perfect, beautiful job with this. Love it. Everything about this game has been flawless to me. It's my opinion. You're back. I take it you received your gift from Tataru? It was a surprise long in the making. With many, many long hours of fretting to get everything just right. I'm glad to see it realized and with great success. It still was a nice surprise. I wish they would have wrote that. You're looking for others though. They've already taken their leave. Your Stola, Thancred, Urianger have gone to the last stand for a bite to eat. Elize and Gratia, meanwhile, thought their time would be better spent poring over books at Numenon. As for Alphonone and Estinian, well, they've elected to pay a visit to the Levelier's estate, though Estinian seemed somewhat reluctant to go. I'm sure they would all be glad for your company if you'd mind to seek them out. Should you be feeling peckish, I suggest heading to the last stand before your Stola and the others finish eating. But above all else, it would be foolish to run headlong into battle a fatigued mess. So do remember to get a good night's sleep. I did, Crowl. I did. I got this. This is what a level 90 red mage looks like. My heart. I should Chitaka, come to make our trio a quartet, have you? Please have a seat and we'll be getting you a drink. See about getting you a drink. I feel like I need a drink.
Your business with Chitaru is finished.
Yes, Your Stola. For now.
My, what a thoughtful surprise. Whatever would we do without her?
I don't know. She's such a sweet person. She gave me a smile, though.
Indeed. And she's right, you know. It hasn't been all doom and gloom.
Is that pizza I see?
It was like a lifetime ago that Master Louis Soir gathered us together to form the Circle of Knowing.
That's pizza I see.
Since then, we have experienced much. But rather than feeling wiser, the more I learn, the more I find my knowledge lacking.
I agree, Your Stola. The more we know, the more we don't know.
Forsooth. As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation in my grasp. Yet that which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world. Every encounter, every experience hath served to open mine eyes, enlightening and humbling me in equal measure. Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
Indeed.
What will we learn at the edge of the universe, I wonder?
We will learn that we're really, really far.
Ultima Thule, where the bringer of the end makes her nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine.
You gonna eat that burger, Thancred? Just if you don't want it.
But whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. For her.
We must. You have nothing left to prove, not to ride, nor Minfilia. Oh, Minfilia. We'll get through this together. Just make sure you bring enough ammunition. We'll get through this together.
Gods, it feels like only yesterday that we went on that mission to Drybone.
Oh gosh. Camp Drybone.
We've both changed much since then, have we not?
You especially. You want to be Gunbreaker and all.
We've come far together, and if we have aught to say about it, we'll go further still. Aye, we will avert this calamity and return home.
We will. Do me a favor, can you pass me that slice if you're not gonna eat it? Pass me that slice. I'll take the muffin and the cake too. That's a strawberry shortcake. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not gonna have that in the center. What is that? The burrito? It's okay. I'll take that slice though before it gets cold.
In preparation for which, we must give thought to what we hope to achieve after the proverbial dust has settled.
What with the primals and Asians all but dealt with, I suppose we'll need to look for new hobbies. In all seriousness, though, in uniting to overcome a common foe, the disparate peoples of the world have found a way forward together. It's a truly gratifying sight to see.
Indeed it is. It is.
Indeed.
See?
Though it was many years in the making, we have successfully set in motion the gears of fundamental change.
We have. There's a lot more peaceful people around.
With this, we have fulfilled our humble role as a symbol of hope. And I dare say it is time to bow out.
You're right, Yersola. We came here to bring hope to all the people in all the lands, and look where we are. We brought so many people together.
After all, there is no shortage of hands to bear the torch in our stead.
You know, I never really considered I might live long enough to see an after. But even if my time as a scion came to an end, I don't expect that much would change. Traveling the world, going wherever the wind blows, lending a hand to those in need.
Yeah. It's been a great adventure.
A journey for journey's sake. It doth suit thee well. I must confess, I too have yearned to see more of the world.
Yeah, you need to get out more, Urianger. You just need to get out more. And you need to change your clothes, bro.
If thou art amenable to the suggestion, I would accompany thee. Mine ability to affect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, thou must concede.
Aye, well, improvement is relative. You still look suspicious no matter what you wear.
He said you look sus. He says you look sus. Come on, Thancred. Why you do that to him? His eye roll. He eye rolled him.
What of you, Ishtola? Any grand plans?
Oh my god.
Why, continue my quest for knowledge naturally. To begin with, I wish to know the state of the reflections, to which end I must find a means to travel between worlds. Tis the least I must do if I am to keep my promise.
I'm buying up for your
Should my
solar
pursuits
statue.
prove unduly arduous, I won't hesitate to call on you.
I'm getting you your solar statue. Should my pursuits prove it?
And in return, I will take you to see Reen one day. I'm sure you cannot wait to see the fine young woman she has become.
It's been a while.
Spare me.
And what of thee? What wouldst thou pursue at duty's end?
I'll probably look into some more ingredients and try to focus more on being a better culinarian and work on some recipes. Travel the land a little bit more. I do plan on doing some fishing on my spare time, but I think I'd like to take on a different role after I'm done here. But I don't think duty's gonna end. I just think it's gonna be slightly different than it is now. Oh yes,
Here's yours. My apologies for the wait.
it's okay.
Well, shall we make a toast?
Toast. Hold on, let me get my glass. Let's toast, guys.
To victory.
To victory.
To our comrades.
To our comrades.
To the future of the star.
To the future of the star. Cheers. That pizza though. Are you gonna pass that? Did you eat your burger, Thancred? Oh my god. Your young just gonna get wasted. I'm over here having dinner with my imaginary friends. My digital friends that don't exist. Listen. spend a lot of quality time with my folks here. Leave me alone. These are my peoples, okay? I choose to have dinner with whom I want. I choose to have dinner with. Leaving so soon? I suppose it's for the best. If you'd rather not explore the bottom of a bottle with your Yanger, I dare say the others would welcome your company as well. If you can find them, that is. In any case, as long as you make the most of your time, then that is all that matters. Always. Friends gathered. We need to head over to the library. You guys got enough books? Look at Gratia. He's dozing off. He's dozing off. He's tired of reading. You tried speaking with Alize, but she fell fast asleep. Oh. Oh man. Look at these guys reading their butts off. Oh. Wake up, guys. Hey, you guys should go retire to your rooms. Reading too much. These books are interesting, right? Charlene has a lot of old stories. Maybe I should sit here and close my eyes too. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Cryle, where are you going all by yourself?
Oh.
Oh. Hi, Cryle. I just dozed off here.
Knowing them, they're probably dreaming about the celestial adventures to come.
Yeah. I know the feeling.
Just as well. They've been running themselves ragged of late. Unlike you and the others, I'm a few steps removed from the danger and excitement. The things you all get up to never fail to impress me. But by the same token, I can't help but worry.
Why are you worried?
Not only for your safety, but for your happiness. After everything you've sacrificed, you earned it 1,000 times over.
Yeah, Cryle, you're right. Cryle is concerned for my happiness.
From the simple pleasures of tucking into a hearty meal or collapsing into a comfortable bed, to the grand triumphs of visiting legendary lands or finding true love. You deserve all the joy in the world.
Thank you, Cryle.
There is so much that life has to offer. So much to be treasured and shared with those we hold dear. So promise me this. Come what may, you won't give up on your own happiness.
Oof, game, come on. Come on, game. I gotta frame this photo.
when you're out there fighting tooth and nail, it's all too easy to forget.
Mhm.
But in the end, your passions will be your greatest strength of all. Remember that.
Wow, this game's got bars.
This feels familiar. Well, 'tis good to be... wait. What are you... What am I...
We've been here for a while. You guys have been...
Gods, don't tell me I fell asleep.
Yeah, you guys have been there for a while.
Not that there's any shame in it, but you were sleeping like babies.
Yeah, I think I
Oh,
heard you snore a little
How
too.
embarrassing.
Not a word to anyone. Understood? Not one.
Oh my god. I was saying. Alright, I won't tell anyone I caught you
I'm told
sleeping.
that sleeping in proper beds of your own choosing is a much more effective way to prepare
Oh
for
my
battle.
god. Oh my god. She's like, you better not tell nobody you caught me sleeping.
Oh,
Alright.
So, what were the two of you doing here?
We were talking while you were snoring.
I had a few books to return to the library. Thought I'd take care of it while I could.
Mm.
And you?
I came looking for you guys. You seen Alphino? Just enjoying a little peace and quiet. Yeah, that much needed. They're like, what? Peace and quiet. Oh my god. Too good, game. Too good. I haven't had an experience playing a game, let alone an MMO like this, in a long time. This game is so good and deserving of so many rewards and awards. Development team did a masterpiece. This is a masterpiece. It's not even just a good game. This is a masterpiece. I haven't called a game a masterpiece. I can't remember the last time I called a game a masterpiece. A fresh one. The whole Alpha Note's house is huge.
Oh. What brings you here?
I came looking for you, actually.
Ah, so you were worried that the Levier household might again be gripped by turmoil.
Yeah. Looks like you and Dad got it under control, though.
All is well, I assure you.
Mhm.
In my letters home, I had made mention of Estinian, you see.
Mhm.
My mother wished to meet the legend in person, and so we arranged to have a spot of tea together.
Mm.
you in my hour of need. Fell beasts I can face, but I'm not made for idle chit-chat with lords and ladies.
It's good to see you too, Estinian. It's really good to see you too. Hi. Nice outfit. I can't recall ever seeing you in proper clothes.
Well, I for one thought you held your own. Mother was the picture of delight.
I might have been delighted myself, were we in a tavern with more agreeable drink. The thought of fleeing crossed my mind, but what then? I'd never hear the end of it, least of all from Tataru.
I'm sorry. 'Twas not my intent to cause you such distress. It's just... it was one of the things I didn't want to leave undone ere we set forth. That's not to say I think we won't be returning. Yet, given what lies ahead, I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today. After all, tomorrow is never promised.
It's fine. Not like I had better things to do. Besides, seeing you with your mother brought back fond memories of my own. Be we rich or poor, family is family.
You rich or poor, family is family. Family is family, Estinian.
Well, it's past time we were on our way.
Wait! Since I left home, I've made a great many mistakes. Mistakes for which I can never make amends. But through it all, you didn't give up on me.
How can I? You kidding me?
To have returned here with you at my side, it means more to me than you know.
You're welcome, Alpha.
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
You're welcome.
Forgive me, but it needed to be said.
It's okay. I had an amazing time.
I'm the one who owes you thanks.
Wow, Estinian giving thanks.
Were it not for you, I would not be alive today, nor come to terms with Nidhogg's spirit. I am ever grateful.
Wow. Alphinaud has gained so much respect from everyone. I suppose I ought to thank you both as well. I should be. You jumping into need, and Alphinaud springing into action. Helping with the dragons and Ishgard.
Well, we needn't make it a competition. You know, this must be what Heidelin meant when she spoke about depending on one another.
This is what she meant.
However treacherous the road before us, together we will prevail.
It's such a good thing to have good friends. It's very hard. Very hard to find good people to build common grounds and relationship with, and you can trust when times get tough. People that don't judge, and people that help and build and look out for your good interests you have. And just make sure you're okay, not like any bad malice or ill goodwill towards you. Good to have good friendships. Good to see that all these people from different nations just get along. They have to like fight alongside each other and build that relationship. That's trust. That shit takes time. How else can you get world peace if you don't spend time with each of the different types of people that need to be heard? It's hard to make like friends on that scale. It takes a long time, a lot of effort. Politics are rough, man. They don't spend time with each other. That's why politics are rough. Once they spend enough time to understand each other, then there'll be less issues. Politics are rough. I think Alphino is a fine example of a good politician. Welcome back, Ashitaka. Return to catch a final few winks before embarking on your mission, I presume? You'll be happy to know your chambers have been cleaned and fresh linen is laid out. Oh, thank you. I pray you enjoy the sweetest dreams on this final night before the big day. Let's retire to our chambers. That night, at the Royal Menagerie in Alamigo. Look at that bridge. Hmm? This, what is Xenos doing here?
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly. In that transcendent moment, what was it that I sought in you? And what was it that you sought in me?
And thus it dawns. The day of reckoning. Oh no. Oh no. I literally just did that. I just literally took a deep breath before I saw my character take a deep breath. That's funny. So? Are we actually leaving?
How often have we thus assembled? To combine our knowledge and seek solutions to the problems before us.
Back at the Waking Sands, it was all we could do to address the most minor of troubles. Who could have realized what we'd find when we began to look to the sources of the realm's woes?
At the Rising Stones, we made great strides and shared many moments, from the joyous to the sorrowful.
We've had occasion to call other places home too.
We've had.
Be it Ishgard or Kugane. We were fortunate to find sanctuary, wherein we might take stock and continue our fight.
That's right. So true.
I was honored to host this company in the Crystarium, to stand with you all as we confronted the truth of the star itself.
And now from this place, we go to fight the most important battle of all. The Forum has sent word. The Ark is ready.
The Ark is ready. The Ark is ready.
The Loporrits naturally will be commanding the vessel. They will see the 8 of you to Ultima Thule.
It's like we're gonna be the first people on Mars. That's what this is. We're going to Ultima Thule, which is farther than Mars. It's supposed to be like really far out to the end of the edge of the galaxy. Come on. Ready to go.
Upon arriving, your objective is to find and vanquish Meteon.
My chest, my chest.
As a final formality, the Forum bade me ascertain your resolve. So, are you certain you wish to do this?
We're gonna leave the planet behind. We gotta find Meteon. And these are all the people I know. That's what I'm gonna be with. I'm gonna be stuck with. Oof.
Then, ere you report to Thalmasane, I leave you with these words.
Oh, Kriel.
You must triumph. What that means will differ for each of you. To make it back home, or to simply avert doom, or perhaps something else altogether. Yet whatever it is that drives you, I have faith in its power to see you through. So please, triumph.
We don't have a choice.
Triumph, as we who remain behind believe you will.
Alright.
Let us be off then.
We're leaving the planet.
Wait!
We're leaving the stars. Like,
Both Kryl and I will be there to see you off, but as your receptionist, I feel I need to say this here.
okay. What is it?
Safe journey, all of you, and be safe.
Oh, she smiled this time. Oh. You too, the tower. Ojika Shojika is ready to send you off with a smile. I suppose this is where we part ways for now, at least. Would that I had sage words of wisdom to share with you. Depart. Mayhap the teachings of Galuf Baldazian will suffice. Surrender not to anger or hatred, he said. Look beyond them and there find true strength. What one sees beyond is open to interpretation, I think, but for me, it would be the things I cherish most in life, things I believe are worth fighting for. Something to consider as you venture onto the sea of stars. We are leaving the planet. I am leaving the planet? Going to the lower levels. Oh my god, this thing looks crazy every time.
All present and accounted for? Good. As you will have heard, the Ark is ready. All that remains is to board and be on your way.
Yo, it's so serious. I need to go tell Soph I'm getting on the Ark. Give me a second. I'm getting on the Ark right now. Yeah. It's that serious.
I've seen my fair share of tight schedules, but this was bloody murder. But we did it. We finished the ship. It's safe, fit for purpose, and looks good to boot. Aye, it's a garland through and through.
Sid definitely had to work on it.
I really don't know what we'd do without you. Thank you for everything.
Ah, don't mention it. Ever since that episode with Omega, I've been toying with the idea of starfaring vessels. And as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. We've learned a lot, let me tell you. In case you're wondering about payment, the ongoing existence of the world ought to do. But feel free to throw in a colorful recounting of your journey on your return. So, have you thought of a name?
A Wasn't everyone just calling it Father's teeny tiny toy boat?
Well, seeing as its purpose has changed, I thought a more eloquent name was in order. I suggested as much to Fortuneau, who seemed quite amenable to the idea.
As you know, this vessel is the culmination of heretofore unprecedented collaboration. And though said collaboration is owed to the Scions, there is another whose noble deeds made our work possible. From a fragment of Dalamud, we obtained not only advanced materials such as refined adamantite, but the knowledge to traverse the stars. And this fragment would not have found its way to us had the Archon Louisois not fought to protect this world, and in so doing, laid down his life. Now that the vessel stands complete, I cannot help but wonder if it was more than mere happenstance. If it was my father's intention to guide us here.
Of course it was.
In the hopes that his guidance will see you all safely home, I name the vessel after that self-same fragment of Dalamud he delivered unto us. The Starship.
The Ragnarok? That's what they're gonna call it. They call it the Ragnarok. They called it the Ragnarok. Perfect. Didn't I say? Oh. Didn't I'm so glad I caught this on video because I said earlier I haven't been awed at a ship since the Ragnarok. I haven't been awed. Like I haven't been so excited about an airship, and I haven't really like admired the details of an airship since the Ragnarok from Final Fantasy VIII. And they named this the Ragnarok? Oh. Clap, clap, square. Clap, clap.
Sorry for the wait. I got everyone you asked for, and not a one less.
What are you all doing here?
Oh, I invited them. The representatives of those tribes with religious inclinations.
It's living way.
You've done a fine job of readying the Ragnarok, but for it to take flight, we'll of course need the power of the Mother Crystal. Given its immense size, however, transporting it would be an absolute logistical nightmare. Not to mention we'd need to shatter it into tiny shards for feeding to the engines.
Ooh, easy.
But a brilliant idea came to me. We convert the crystal's energy into forms that can transport themselves.
What? Crystals that can transport themselves?
Thou wouldst employ summoning, or should I say its precursor, creation magics.
Care to explain for our benefit?
These Laportes are so smart.
As you may have witnessed at Bestway's Burrow, the Loperites are capable of creation magics, which they use to shape the moon's environment. Yet simple though they make it seem, 'tis a highly advanced and exacting art. To perform it correctly requireth that the wielder holdeth the object in his mind's eye in clearest detail.
Okay, so we have to just think about it really hard.
Hence the ancients' meticulous management of concepts.
Drawing upon this art, the Ascians conceived of summoning as we know it.
Oh.
A derivative that replaceth the complexity of concepts with the simplicity of zealotry to make manifest a creation.
I see. By combining the Loporrit's magics and the tribe's faith, we convert the Mother Crystal into primals of purer form and greater obedience.
Oh.
Summoning as it was intended, one might say.
Indeed! Indeed! While Heidelin gave us the ability to use creation magics, she forbade us from using it to make anything possessed of a soul, or similar.
Right. So you're not... Okay.
She didn't say anything about fulfilling the desires of others, though.
Okay.
So, borrowing our friend's faith, we'll create deities using the Mother Crystal's power and send them to the Ragnarok!
Oh, wow. They got a plan.
Am I the only one here concerned about the risk of being turned into a tempered minion?
Oh, right, I was getting to that. From what I've read in Charlian tomes, it appears the Ascians incorporated an additional nasty element into their summoning method.
Oh?
The fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief.
Oh.
Beings thus created are instilled with the self-same desire and use their powers to enthrall people, starting with the summoner. In contrast, our creation magics, the original and the best, except no substitutes, don't incorporate anything.
The original and the best.
So there's no risk
No
of tampering.
substitutes.
I mean, if the being was on the scale of Zodiac, you might feel a little tug, but I think we'll be safe enough.
Okay. Okay. Let's try this crystal out.
Truth be told, I do not understand the intricacies of this plan. But none of us would ever turn our backs on you. When the avatars of our faith ran amok, you intervened without decrying we who birthed them. Where others vilified and suppressed us, you offered understanding and friendship.
Of course.
In gratitude, we will share with you the true expressions of our gods. Not malevolent deities, but benevolent saviors.
Right. Okay. It's good.
Alright, you lot, we're heading to the ethereal sea. Stay in sight, else you're liable to get lost.
Okay.
Lead the way.
The Ragnarok. Unbelievable.
May we have a moment?
Of course.
In anticipation of the day man might journey to the stars, we developed these.
What? What is this?
Portable teleportation devices. One for each of you, designed to work in tandem.
Teleportation device?
Press the button on one, and in a matter of moments, all 8 will activate and send their owners back to the Ragnarok.
Oh, okay.
There is no telling what hazards you may encounter. If you find yourself separated or lost, please do not hesitate to use them.
Okay. So we'll teleport back if anything happens.
Be safe, all of you, and come back.
Okay.
You as well. I pray you take care.
Looks like everything is in order, so I'll go ahead and board. A few of my fellows will remain to assist with the summonings, but rest assured, the vessel won't want for competent crewing.
If you are ready, then you should board as well. Go, and Godspeed.
Godspeed. I'm too excited right now. I'm just too excited right now. I'm just trying to keep it together. If you would come this way, I will direct you to the bridge. Upon boarding the Ragnarok, several cutscenes will play. Uh-oh, we need time for this one. Grabbing the popcorn. Oh my god, look at this command. Oh my sleeping way. Why is sleeping way on deck? Like I don't think I want sleeping way in charge of the front of the ship. Oh.
Right then. Make yourselves comfortable. We're setting off in just a moment.
Okay. Yeah, somebody need to look at sleeping way.
It's incredible.
Oh my god.
This is Fortuno. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you loud and clear.
The preparations for the summonings are complete. In accordance with the 14th phase of the plan, we have moved the Ragnarok to the launch site.
Okay.
The gates are open. You may depart when ready.
There we go.
So, are we ready?
Are we ready, guys? Are we ready?
As ready as we'll ever be. Let's get going.
Oh, come on. The burned out star's got more fire in its belly.
You give it all she's got, Captain. She's got the second time all.
Try it again. With feeling.
Oh god. Mapping way. Issue the command to launch. How Alphino do the honors. I'll have Alphino do the honors. This was his plan. He helped us get here. A lot of his work is involved.
But
Yeah.
No need to be coy, brother. Do it, and do it well.
Do it and do it well. Come on, Alphino.
if you all insist.
You're in charge of the ship.
Onward unto the distant stars and beyond. Ragnarok, engage. Engage.
Oh my god.
Engage.
Why is sleeping way on the command? Oh my god, we're leaving the planet. We're leaving the planet. We're leaving the planet. Oh my god. I can't believe this. Yo. Yo. My mind right now. My mind. My heart, my mind. I can't believe what's happening right now. Yikes. all the primals. This is so cool. That's all the primals. And the mocking. Garuda.
That I must carry landwalkers into the sky. I cannot imagine a greater indignity.
Even the primals are complaining.
Do not sulk so. For thy mighty winds exist not only to buffet and batter.
Not only to buffet.
Nay, they may serve also to thrust forth with vigor. Such is thy glory, and thus it is an occasion to rejoice.
Alright, Susanna, relax.
So come, let us revel.
Let us revel. Everyone is here. Bismarck?
So long as the wind blows freely, I suppose all is as it should be in creation. I will render unto them a storm, that they may pierce the firmament and fly free!
They're gonna boost the hell out of this ship. The primals are basically the engines. Giving them boosts. Oh my god. Destination to Medion. Oh my god. I can't believe this right now.
Still in one piece? Good. Sleeping way? Report?
Report, sleeping way.
All's well. Fantastic, even. Thanks to the power of those primals, the engines are roaring and we're ripping along.
All values are also within projected ranges. Time to destination is 8 carats. Perhaps 7 at a pinch.
Time of destination is 8 carats. Oh my god.
Alright, let's go over some points of caution. Our destination, as you know, is Ultima Thule. Lest you wonder, the place is not a star so much as a patch of emptiness.
Okay.
That's the extent of what our equipment could determine, anyway. From what we know of Meteon, she's likely used dynamis to obfuscate her location.
So, in conclusion, we'll only know what's there when we get there.
The crew and I will see to it the ship's ready to take off at a moment's notice. We'll support the search as best we can, but it'll be your paws on the ground, assuming there is any.
Oh my god.
But everything will be fine, I'm sure. Heidelin believes in you, so you ought to believe in yourselves. Just don't do anything I wouldn't, like waiting too long to use those portable teleporters of yours. Personally, at the slightest sign of trouble, I'd mash the button to bits, and you should as well.
Understood. We promise to be careful.
I suggest you brace yourselves. We're about to arrive and the vessel will shake a good bit. What is this? Something is interfering with the equipment.
What is?
Greetings.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So this is Meteon.
Oh. Have you met one of my sisters?
Oh, it's a copy. It's one of the copies.
I don't remember meeting you myself. But I do know that you're from Atheris. Why have you come? All you had to do was wait. I would have delivered to you your ends.
Oh my God.
We didn't ask for that.
I don't understand. All life is destined to end. Why choose to prolong your suffering? Effort, ambition, love, they amount to naught. Happiness, should you find it, is inevitably lost, stolen away by events beyond your control.
She's straight to the point.
There is no logic nor meaning in it. You think there is. Convince yourselves. But it's all a cruel accident.
She's calling life a cruel accident. She's calling life a cruel accident. So just die anyway.
Come now. I speak the truth. A truth you would recognize if you looked up at the night sky. Unbroken emptiness. Cold, dark, and silent. Your world, like every other, is but a blemish upon its perfect fabric.
Yikes.
Life is an anomaly. It is unnatural and cannot continue. The sooner you accept this, the easier it will be.
Just to be clear, we're not here to argue with you. We know that life is fleeting, and that in the short time we have it, we're not assured happiness.
Indeed. I've seen far more sorrow in the eyes of many I've met. I myself have plenty of regrets. And one day they'll die with me. Gone to dust with my good deeds and unfulfilled dreams.
She is a walking depression. The thing is that when Hermes created her, she was a very happy and very emotional creature. And she reads into emotions and she reads into feelings. She was such a good creature, right? She's not really like really living. It's more like an avatar, right? And when Hermes made her, he just gave her the command to go find what others find you know, in the meaning of life. The reason she is the way she is because all life dies anyway. So she's just talking about getting straight to the point. She's a walking depression because all she's found is answers of death. If you were split up and all you do is research multiple stars and creatures and species of how their life is, and all you come to find out there's been death, you'd probably end up like Medion. But that is the problem.
But we accept this. That our existence may seem pointless. That sorrow, rage, and despair will always dog our heels. And we press on regardless. That is why Hydaelyn guided us here. In her boundless love for mankind, she has prepared us for this trial, and in her name, we have come for you.
Yes, I sense it. A burning passion like unto fury. I know it well. For the same passion once burned in many a star before yours. Suffocated and extinguished now.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I can't breathe.
Stop.
You approach the bounds of my ultimatum, where emotions dictate reality.
My
where
headphones.
Resignation and acceptance unite to embrace the end.
She just came around my headphones like a surround.
Valiantly cling to life. Cannot thrive.
That was loud. What happened?
By the Fury. Thancred?
Meteion has gone as well. Mayhap he awakened first and gave chase.
Everyone? It appears we are at our destination. This is Ultima Thule.
Not that we knew what to expect, but I wasn't expecting this. From atmospheric composition to ambient temperatures, all reading to within permissible range. This place is capable of supporting life.
What?
If that's the case, then Thancred may well have gone on ahead. Let's go and have a look. Meanwhile, I want the rest of you to perform a full inspection of the ship, as well as a biological scan.
Yo,
So it
Medion
was
just
that
came
the
onto our
brave
ship.
wayfarers arrived at last at Dream's End.
What is this?
In following their path walked and history written, I am made keenly aware of one truth. Though the curtains may fall again and again, so long as others take the stage, ever shall there be more tales to tell.
On a whole new planet.
So, let them bring it to a close, I say. Let the curtains fall upon this. The final chapter in the tale of the star.
The Sea of Stars, Ultima Thule.
Is this a dead star?
As I live and breathe, I live and breathe. The environment itself shouldn't kill us.
Well then, let us search for Thancred while exploring the area. The ship we leave in your care.
Yo, I'm on another planet. I'm on another planet. Can't guarantee it will be of help in these strange surrounds, but I've readied a provisions node in case of emergency. Of course, if you encounter any real danger here, I expect you to return to the Ragnarok at once. Try as he might, Alphino can find no sign of Thancred. We're fortunate this place can support life, albeit barely, I suspect, given the torpid, stale quality of the air. But never mind that. We must find Thancred. Let's begin our search from the prow of the ship. It seems as good as any direction as any. As good a direction as any. Blah. Try not to stray too far, lest we lose sight of one another. Why would I go any farther away from this ship and be alone and not have people around me on a different planet? This is my shop? Really? This is my shop. Okay. I can't believe it. We're the first ones on a new planet, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. How big is this map? Oh. Ooh. I'm on another planet, yo. 89 Stellar Dragon? I'm not fighting shit. Not yet. Oh my god. I can't believe they actually did this either. I know, I can't believe this either. I'm like... What is this? Ruins, but of what, I wonder? Perhaps we can find something to help us understand the nature of this place. A relic, an inscription, anything. Molten structure. What was this place? The metallic pillar has been partially melted, like sometime in the distant past. The damage does not appear to have been inflicted deliberately, rather it calls to mind the indiscriminate destruction often wrought in the heat of battle. There was a war here. There was a war here. Did we come to another planet that basically destroyed itself? Look here, this part is relatively intact. The intricate design of the top suggests it is man-made, though its builders were surely not men as we conceived of them. Having said that, I swear I've seen this pattern before. Really? This looks like the Asians. There's a structure here in front of me, yes? A tower of some sort? Partially melted? In a strange twist of fate, it seems our perception of this place is not so different as it would be elsewhere. The world as I used to see it, it feels as though I am dreaming while awake. This is more than the faded memory Medion led us to believe. Maybe this place is not even real. This is so confusing. This is incredible though. This is incredible. So this is the last zone. I gotta find ether currents here. This is the last zone. A strange new world. I thought this hill might afford a better view of our surroundings, a poor decision in hindsight. Besides the light from the ship, all is shrouded in darkness. If Thrankard is here, I'd never know it. From what I can tell, we are near the edge of an island, if you can call it that, surrounded by floating debris. Where is he? Oh my god. Oh my god, look at this sky. Oh my god. What the hell? Oh my god. Were you able to find anything? As I feared, and still no trace of Thancred. There's nothing but emptiness as far as I can see, which unfortunately is very far. Though I can't help but suspect that someone or something is here. There are times when I sense it drawing close, and then a chill washes over me, leaving me exhausted. Leaving me with feelings of death and anguish. Medion is probably nearby. Maybe it's like bad energy. This is supposed to be a place of dynamis, right? I think I might see something over there. Maybe Medion's messing with us. What are you talking about? There's nothing there. Wait, you don't see that? Are we bugging out right now? This is all a dream? Before we jump to any conclusions, perhaps we should search elsewhere. Agreed. We found only more questions when we are in desperate need of answers. There's a fair stretch of terrain from the ship's starboard we've yet to explore. Let us try searching there then. The team's not doing so good right now. I should talk a word before we join the others. What's the matter, Stinian? What's the matter, Stinian? God, I can't even teleport anywhere right now. The feeling like this place feels just dreamy. I just feel this feels so surreal right now. I'm on a different planet. And it's interesting, they didn't put music. They put on like a static hymn. It's not even like music. It's like a hymn. You see them too, don't you? The dragons? Is that where dragons are from? As I thought, their presence is tenuous at best, but there's no mistaking it. No doubt your bond with Midgardsormr and mine with Needhogg is what allows us to perceive them. Could these apparitions be related to the dragons that now live on Etheirys? Bah, better to leave such conjecture to the others. In any case, we must be careful. We may soon find dragons that can see as well. Death and anguish. What happened to them, I wonder? So, did dragons come from outer space? Dragons came from another world? Of course they did, because they're dragons. They're magical creatures. They're probably filled with dynamis. Is that an aetheryte crystal we can like save ourselves to? Look at that crystal dragon. That looks like PV from here, no? Hold on. Hold on, how do I get over there? Hold on. Give me a second. PW, Providence Watcher. I was like forgetting the name. Reminds me of Providence Watcher. Let me see that dragon. Oh my god. Are these not something we can attack? What the hell? There's a race that lives up here? Oh my goodness. We are where dragons live?
Here.
Justinian not happy about that.
What you see is a memory of a world that once was.
Oh my god.
A world suffering a slow death, whose denizens cried out for the release of oblivion.
Oh. She's talking about what happened here.
What? Their world is dead?
Yeah, this world looks dead, bro.
It is. Not a single life remains upon that husk floating in the vast emptiness.
Wow.
These creatures are shadow and shade, perpetuated only to suffuse dynamis with their unending lamentations.
Our friend Thancred. Where is he?
A strange question. He is at your side, is he not? Oh yes. He is here and there, and everywhere within this space. He would tell you himself if he had form to form words.
What did you do to Thancred?
Huh. Such loathing and uncertainty. You don't know why you still exist.
What did she do to Thancred?
In like manner to the oblivion I send. I tried to drown out your ether with dynamis.
What?
Beginning with this Thancred, who came at me despite being unable to breathe.
Oh my fucking god.
Such a simple thing, unmaking men. In the blinking of an eye, he was gone. Didn't even have the chance to be transformed. Yet somehow, he managed to leave a slither of himself behind. What you call the heart? Or perhaps the soul?
Yo.
In his final moment, he cried out from it.
Yo.
A single word.
Did they just kill Thancred?
Survive. That wish proved stronger than the despair that ruled here. It overpowered it, causing this space to be remade.
Yo. Yo. Yo.
Into a place you can perceive, and where life can endure.
Yo, my head is hot right now.
That you draw breath is proof that his soul lives on. For how long, however, remains to be seen.
Well then, we should hurry and tend to business.
Justinian. Easy, 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 easy. No. No hasty moves.
It's futile. You will never reach the true me.
Oh my god.
I told you, emotions dictate reality in this space. Such changes as you might work will not alter its nature. You may see, but you cannot touch. Walk, but not advance.
Yo.
Meteon holds too much sway here. How do we contend with a foe who can unmake us on a whim?
Thancred right now, though.
I do not know. But Thancred gave his life that we might come this far. We must press on.
No, they did not kill Thancred like this.
Agreed. We cannot turn tail here. Not without something to show for our comrade's sacrifice.
They did not. They did not. They didn't just make Thancred disappear like this. No way they did not. No. No. I don't accept Thancred. I don't accept Thancred being gone. He's just not in his form right now. We're gonna have to find a way to like bring him out of the realm or something. Out of the Dynamis. No. No. I'm not taking that news. I don't accept that. That's not the way they would do a character like that. Nope. Despite Medion's words, Urianger cannot accept his comrade is gone. Because he's not gone. Soul without body, a form being with which we are not wholly unfamiliar. I don't think they'd do him like that. Nope. Indeed, for we existed in a similar state when residing in the first. The circumstances are rather more dire than that, 'tis true, but I choose to believe he is not forever lost to us. I agree, Urianger. I agree. Regardless, in sacrifice he hath afforded us a chance to prevail. Let us not squander it and ascertain the nature of his realm, that we might confront and defeat Medion. Estinian, Ashitaka, would you accompany me in speaking with these dragons? Mayhap they can enlighten us. I would ask the rest of you to survey these surrounds. If there is a path that may lead us to our quarry, we must find it. Very well. We can reconvene here when everyone has finished. Medion said these dragons are a shadow and shade from a world whose denizens sought oblivion. As such, they're not like to be amenable to company, let alone conversation, so please be careful. Let us split up and gather what knowledge we may. Yeah, no, they're not doing Thancred like that. We come to a different planet and then Thancred just dissipates in the air and becomes a soul? What? I'm I'm like confused slash furious. It cannot be true. I don't agree with it. Absolutely do not agree with that. A visitor, not of this star. Could thy slender hands bring plague to our world? Thy breathe extinguish life, feeble flame? Oh, how we would adore thee, alas. With time our flesh shall wither, our souls fade, and so we wait for its inexorable march unto oblivion. If thou art not come to hasten our demise, I bid thee leave us. We crave not companionship, only silence. Yeah, seriously. I don't want to say it out loud. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But, yeah, that's true for now. It's gonna be okay. I don't know. I don't know. Anchored being gone like that, I don't know. I don't feel it. I'm not with it. Beyond that distant veil, paradise lost, so glorious, so beautiful. Even these dragons don't want to live. We were a proud and noble race, strength embodied. We knew only love before they came. Before who came, metal monstrosities of black and silver. No bonds of blood did they share. No conviction did they have to guide them. Oh, man came with their machines and killed them all. A crushing defeat. Never had we known such shame. Still, now are the winds. Though none could fill these wings burdened by ignominy. We fly no more, only sink into oblivion. The dragons don't even want to live. The dragons don't even want to live. Thou wouldn't bid me speak. I observe the lesson of stone. I shall not fly nor speak nor roar, only watch and wait and end. Wow. But one sight yet stirreth my blood, tempteth me to raise my voice in lamentation. Amnol, the cradle of unsuing dragons. No words, no songs are possessed of the weight to describe such tragedy. Go, if that be thy will, I shall remain. This place. It's like a land. Normally you would think of a land of dragons and it's like mystical and magical, but this is like a land of dragons that are just, they don't want to live anymore. They just want to die. Everyone's just waiting to die. They're just letting time pass. They lost their war against the mankind that was here. And the star is just dying with the dragons dead on it. Their souls even depressed and dead. Even the spirits of them are just, they don't want to live. They don't want to be around. What a dark place. They led you here as well, did they? It was described to me as the source of their woes and proof of their end. I think I'm beginning to see why. It's a hatching ground, or was... I've seen similar on Aetheris. Midgardsormr's kind must once have lived and thrived in a place such as this. Rita said his father was driven from their ancestral home by war and strife. This, then, is the fate of those who remained. Let's have a look around. Maybe these eggs have more to tell of what happened. These eggs? A dragon egg. Oh, it's a baby dragon! Oh. Inside the shattered egg, you find the remains of an unborn dragon. The body has already begun to decompose. The gelatinous, half-dried membrane covered the corpse suggested failed to emerge. I guess humans came and they destroyed the dragon's eggs and killed them all. Something happened there. They bombed their nests. Gingerly fitted a large egg from the vicious mire. You peer inside and see a formless mass soaking in a pool of embryonic fluid. Aww. Your stomach turns as you return to the egg to its resting place. This is sad. These are dead dragon eggs. Unborn dragon eggs crushed. Murky liquid has pooled inside this eggshell. The noxious fetor is indicative of contamination. Oh my god. This egg appears to have been broken from the inside out. Perhaps the dragonette within succeeded in hatching. What's this? I thought all the eggs had been ruined. If the dragonette was indeed hatched, there is no sign of it here, or its sire for that matter. We should look for them. Start with the cliff tops and I'll search the plains. My mind is still wrapped around Thancred. Right now. I'm still trying to process all of this. I'm under attack. What is this? Malformed dragonette. Ooh. Level 89 stuff here. Level 89 stuff here. Let's go. The boisterous howling hath been quieted by thy hand, I presume. Everything all right? I thought I heard a dragon or something resembling one. Ah, I see what happens here. Was that your child? Perhaps some eggs within Amnol are indeed mine. If life within one did quicken, the beast thou hast slain may be of my blood. Yet I do not recognize it, twisted and malformed as it is. Not a dragon in truth, but a reminder of our failure, a testament to our shame. They descended from the heavens, cold, heartless machines, and with them rode war and death. They were invaded. With fire and fury, rage and rancor, we gave answer. 'Twas a long and bloody battle, but only the beginning. Untold chaos and destruction swept over the star. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Yet, when they looked upon their prize, they deemed it unfit for requisition. We were abandoned to our ruin. The survivors sought to put away their shame, to rebuild a futile effort. In purest soil, replete with aether, did we once cultivate our nesting grounds, but our lands were barren, and any eggs nurtured in such desolation were fated to rot. What few survived to hatch emerge as abominations. We shall have no new progeny. Oh my god. But there are dragons among you capable of journeying to other stars. That there are, many would make the attempt, each bearing a clutch of eggs. The richest stars were home to the harshest rulers, and the arrival of dragons incited contests for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won, they too were reduced to ash and waste. 'Tis the curse of those who seek life, to be drawn into conflict, to conquer or be conquered. A vicious cycle we now choose to break. We tire of conflict, of everything. We wait now in sweet merciful silence, free from strife and suffering, still as stone. Wait, you claim your kind is doomed? But there is another star. He doesn't know about Aetheris. He's not gonna know about the dragons we've seen, Estinian. It's hard to prove that to a dragon. We go to another planet, and the creatures on that planet don't feel like there are other creatures like them, but there are. That's like us thinking there aren't other life forms out there. There are. It's not the end of your race. The bereaved dragon has fallen silent, leaving Estinians to sigh with frustration. They want only to brood in silence, to be left alone with their grief until time itself comes to an end. The sole reward for senseless bloodshed. Oh my god. You know what? You're annoying me. Get out of here. You needed help with that the whole time? Jesus. Sorry, Estinian 4 was rudely interrupted. They want only to brood in silence, to be left alone with their grief until time itself comes to an end. The sole reward for senseless bloodshed, a pain I understand and wish that I did not. What fools we were. This is so sad right now. But now isn't the time for such thoughts. The others will want to hear what we've learned. Come. Oh. I wasn't being mean, was I? That wasn't being mean. I was helping them kill that enemy. Kept doing skills in my face while I'm trying to read. Just teleport over there. Come off of me. Were you able to establish any meaningful contact with the dragons? We were. So I spoke with this one dragon. I see. They wish to escape what they perceive to be a cycle of conflict. Thank you, Ashitaka, Estinian. As for our part, I believe we are more accurately aware of our confines than before. We started by traversing the perimeter of the island to see if there might be a path leading off of it. Sadly, there was nothing to be found. There's no small amount of debris floating around. Could there be enough to serve as a bridge to lead us somewhere? I considered that, and so tried throwing a stone into a potential platform to judge its integrity, but it never reached its mark. As it crossed an invisible threshold just beyond the boundaries of this land, it vanished, only to reappear above me and fall at my feet. I would not be too quick to presume that what we see outside this space is as it appears. Which is why I returned to the Ragnarok and asked for the reports to search for a potential path. However, the ship's instruments failed to provide conclusive data on the surrounding area. Until we know more, I think it's too risky to attempt flying to another island. So what, we're stuck here? What Medion told us before, that emotions dictate reality here, might be the key, but I'm not entirely sure what emotion might manifest a bridge to lead us to safety. Just think happy thoughts, man. So what you're saying is we've no way forward. At present, if it is indeed emotion that governs this island, perhaps it is not Medions, but the dragons that holds us here. They tire of conflict and have chosen a path of oblivion to escape it. Or rather, they have chosen no path at all, meaning there is no way for the dragons or anyone here on this island to advance. There's no will to live. A sound theory, disheartening though it may be. If that is the case, what recourse do we have? They are not like to be persuaded to help us. Their reasoning is built on a history of turmoil and strife. Without irrefutable proof, the future is not as bleak as they believe it to be. Mayhap persuasion is not the answer. Midian meant to unmake us then and there on the Ragnarok, and she would have succeeded if not for Thancred's determination. She conceded it was rough enough to overpower the despair that otherwise rules Ultima Thule, and reshape it to a degree. Perhaps it can be done again in like manner, by overpowering the prevailing emotions. 'Twas Ultima Thule's architect, Medion herself, against whom Thancred did pit himself in a clash of wills. Though I marked no leader among them, as such, I did chance to encounter a dragon possessed of despair far more potent than most, potent enough, mayhap, to dictate the course of 4 others, and thus their domain to follow. He spoke of but few words, carefully chosen, their tone and temper alone threatening to rend my heart in twain. Challenging his desire to remain may allow us to alter the island upon which we stand. Alas, I feared my vaunted rhetoric availed me not against this calcifying heart, but mayhap one of you fare better? Then I shall guide thee, I'll end, they call him, in the dragon tongue. Thou wilt find him nearby, eyes fixed upon the water. Well, what do we have to lose? Let's get going. Oh my god, this has been an unexpected turn of events. What a crazy... What is even happening? We lost Thancred. We're nowhere next to home. I'm a little sad for these guys. I'm scared. It's so difficult to think about being on another planet. But they're a strong bunch. They're a strong and smart bunch. They'll figure something out. They always do.
he remaineth as he was when I first approached, entombed in melancholy.
I see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, go easy on him, Estinian. Always talking to the dragons, this one.
Waiting to die like all the others, are you?
Hey, our pride is crushed and our souls corrupt. The winds are stilled and the heavens offer no comfort. Man, there's nothing left for our kind. Our long lives a curse as we wait to end. Still a stone we shall become.
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
Yes, there are dragons in another world. Your race still lives, man. And yet, upon thee do I smell the blood of my brethren. Were they drawn into discord and a war on their new home? I'm sorry to say that, man. There has been a lot of war on your kind. There has been.
They were. They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind.
It mattereth not whither we fly. Ever will a sanguine ocean await us. Ever will retribution's wheel turn. And so, on the last of my pride as a dragon, I break free of this wheel. I renounce conflict, exile myself from the other, never again to be touched by the flames of hatred.
Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive.
It's not his
Yet
fault,
lasting
Estinian.
peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict.
It's not his fault, Estinian. Relax.
No. You must be willing to confront it. To stare into the face of your foe and see yourself in him.
Okay.
Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity.
Yikes.
And after everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us.
You make the dragon mad, Estinian.
Estinian!
Where?
Stay back.
Estinian? Come on.
The emotion that bars our way. The rest is up to you.
Alright, Estinian. No!
Justinian too.
No! Stop taking my people away from me! Stop taking my people away from me.
There's a wind. He's opened the way for us. Sacrificed himself to remake this place, like Thancred did.
No, too many sacrifices.
Oh, Alphino.
Come on.
Come. Let us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
Come on. Thancred sacrificed himself. Now Estinian? No. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. I don't believe this is not how it goes. This is not how it goes. I don't believe this. This is temporary. This is temporary. This has to be temporary. This has to be temporary. This cannot be real right now. This cannot be real right now. Please, game, don't let me lose more people. Don't do this to me right now. Look, there's the wind. This is Estinian's doing, I'm sure of it. We should ride its flow and see where it leads. Oh, I think there's a quest I'm supposed to just take it here. Oh, right here. Powerful gale has delivered you to another island. Other signs should arrive before long. He did it. He found a way forward for us. The dragon remained trapped within a prison of their own making, lamenting the horrors of war, yet Estinian knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight for the very end for what he believed was right. He's still fighting, Alpha Node, just like Thancred. Their sacrifices are why we can survive here, why we still have a chance to stop her. Even in spirit, they're unwilling to give in to despair, and we mustn't either. Alice is right, we must press on for their sake. Ah, what is this game doing right now, man? Don't do this to me. Alpha Node has regained his composure and is ready to proceed. Oh my god, game. As your soul analysis said, we must continue. I spent so many years with these guys and you just make them disappear? Come on. Notice the change in our surroundings. Perhaps this is a memory of an altogether different world. It would be prudent to learn more of it, then tread carefully lest we lose our footing in the sand. Oh, speak with the Urianger. What is this? Were it not for the violet crystal embedded in its surface, 'twould appear as ordinary stone. A curious script hath been etched upon them. Alas, it is not a language with which I am familiar. I cannot say I recognize it either. Nor I. The dragons, from what I call, preserve their knowledge in song and eschew the written word entirely, so we may assume this is the work of another race, one we have yet to encounter. Medion claimed the dragons' world suffered a slow death seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like as not, doth wend its way towards a similar end. What do you suppose that it is over there? I'm not sure. It's hard to make out at this instance, but its surface seems to bear the same crystals as this monument. Ghost figure. Ghostly figure. Hi, old travelers. This is a most unexpected occurrence. Oh, hello there. Is this your home? Indeed it is. Ah, forgive me. I had forgotten an exchange of introductions is expected when first meeting this with whom one is unacquainted. When the vibration of vocal folds was still required to convey our thoughts and intention, yeah, I believe was the pronunciation used when referring to our people. Ia. The Ia. Or the A. A? Though it is not entirely applicable given our present state, you are welcome to use this appellation. As for nomenclature, to address my individual person, I believe it would be pronounced Kofkuda. Kofkuda? Kofkud? Kufkud? Okay. Kufkud. Yes, Kofkud of the A. Kofkud of the A. We have encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without voice. I presume we are having this conversation via the medium of aether, or dynamis, as this space is fused with vast quantities of it, fascinating in either case. I gather your response to my presence is positive then? That is, well, for there is something I wish to ask of you. Like yourselves, we, are aether-based life forms, therefore it may be surmised that your bodies are of comparable biological composition to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the five senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. In total, I have prepared 198,712,180,827. I need a water for that number. 198,712,180,827. That's rather a lot, isn't it? My apologies. I have omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Though we were dispensed with our corporeal vessels long ago, we have rediscovered a need for the fresh and have endeavored to recreate our erstwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost due to the passage of time. For example, the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame or reference for sensations once experienced by our people, which may compromise our ability to interact with our physical environment. So, and the reason you need to regain your corporal forms? Why, to bring an end to our existence, of course. Everyone just wants to end. Though need is perhaps too strong a word, it would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves through use of etheric exsanguinators. But such a death seems inadequate. The traditionalists among us prefer proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence in one's final moments, an experience found only with bodies of flesh. We should very much like to hear more of your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of our ability. Such an exchange of information would indeed prove powerful. Very well. To ensure efficacious exchange, I hereby invite you to our home. Yes, the abode of the where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume your consent to answer questions is indicative of a tacit approval of our plans, if which case your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, to be mindful of the wandering the desert. Their desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you would follow me. This is going rather smoothly, not that I'm complaining, mind. Even so, we mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why a civilization so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. At any rate, we will find no answers dallying here. Let us be on our way. If they can let go of their human forms to just be their ghost forms, then there's some other way that probably could be possible that we can get Thancred and Estinian back in their real body forms. They might know something. Look, they're like shades. Like creatures. Or like shades. Spirits. Forms. Different forms of things. Kofkud, welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers you will find remain idle in their domiciles. Though your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear, I speak, of course, of the violet crystalline constructs hanging from the stone structures there. You say they remain idle, but what of your work to regain corporeal bodies? An astute question and understandable given your finite nature. We have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. If, in our idleness, we are struck by sudden inspiration, we rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I was present for your arrival, and why I continue to engage with you still. But while the others are not currently in a modal state, rest assured they would not object were you to be disturbed their respite. You need only cast your thoughts towards one of the crystalline domiciles to communicate. So we're gonna go and touch each of these crystals. You cast your thoughts toward the crystalline domicile, but there is no response. You wish to speak? Very well. Pray a moment, if you would. Why we seek our end, you ask. If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment. I must remember. What form did I take when last emerged? What form did you take when you last emerged? What were you? Strained moaning comes and goes, but soon fades into silence. Did your inquiries yield satisfactory responses? I see. If they fail to answer, then it is likely because their minds have unraveled due to prolonged idleness. They are not but concentrated aether now. Worry not, there are no others who have need of those lodgings, and they will not prove a hindrance to remain as they are. But more importantly, you said some few did answer your requests for an audience, yes? I imagine they will be with us ere long. What does this say? Flesh abandoned? Hofkud languidly awaits his brethren's arrival. I've had no luck, but everyone else fared well enough. Quite a few have awakened. Ah, there they are. May I introduce to you La, Do, and Need? La, Dudik, and Need. Okay, hi guys. Hello. I'm talking to aliens. It has been too long, Kofkud. I dare say Satyr 4 has since completed an orbit. Indeed, until the travelers brought it to my attention, I hadn't noticed how unraveled some had become. So the only way we're understanding each other is through like our minds and our consciousness, because clearly they don't know English. They shouldn't be able to know English. It's just based off our understanding of the way they're communicating with us. Travelers. Ah, of course. The ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporal forms. The truth of the matter is that it's plain to see as the neighboring systems, but my single account would fail to satisfy the requirement for scientific objectivity. Thus did I bid them awaken you. Am I the only one who struggles to tell who is speaking? Nay, thou art not. In the absence of corporal forms and the divergence they afford, mayhap such similarity in voice is unavoidable. By the way, Kufkud, have you already observed the requisite custom for the travelers? That which one is expected to do when receiving guests, a matter of proper form? Did you welcome us? Basically, their head pops off. That's crazy. Ah yes, so long as it had completely escaped my mind and still does. What was it again? I can't seem to remember. The way their head just pops off. And then they plop it back on. Neither do I. Pity. I was hoping you would. Perhaps we can search the archives for the answer. Come now. Need. The archives have long been frozen, lest we subject ourselves to further dolor. Surely, you recall that much. Ah, of course. Food. The custom is to serve food. Haha. Beings of flesh such as they must regularly replenish their aether. By contributing to their replenishment, we communicate with our friendly intention. You guys are gonna make us food? That's right, that's right. It's their custom to greet people with food? That's good. I mean, is that even their head? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We duly invite you to join us in communal repast, after which we may engage in leisurely conversation. Okay, so if we had a chance to learn something, then I see no reason to decline. Alright. Excellent. If you would care to follow, we shall feast on you the purest aether. Okay. I came to a different planet to have dinner with some alien ghosts. That's what's happening right now. And it costed me 2 of my friends. This facility is where we replenish our aether. There is no particular name for it, but we traditionalists sometimes use the word restaurant. See? We're in a restaurant on another planet. What the hell? Now then, if you would take your place with your comrades, the space will soon be awash with purest aether. Please absorb as much as you like. Oh my god. It's an all-you-can-eat. Absorb as much as you like, it says. So it's a place where they consume aether. They just need aether. They don't eat food. You brace yourself for a rush of sweet aether, but nothing seems to happen. Perhaps you need to wait a little longer. Wait. I'm waiting here. You brace yourself again, but nothing seems to happen. Just as expected, and meticulously as one might recreate the Oz home world, this is Ultima Thule. One cannot simply generate aether here, as recreations our friends are oblivious to this fact, to the very truth of their existence, much like the phantoms of the recreated Amarat. However, appearances may seem, we must ever be mindful that it is the memories of the dead with whom we deal. So, did you have your fill of aether? Alas, we couldn't absorb it, a deficiency in our forms, it would seem. Oh, how very fortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your aether? We eat food. Yeah, stuff that grows on the ground. Through your mouth, you say? How very primitive and quaint. Oh no. I guess they don't chew their food. To think that their mouths serve not only to expel sound but draw in sustenance besides? Such life forms have long since vanished from our systems. Oh man. These guys don't even know the action of eating. Though we regretfully could not partake of your magnificent feast, rest assured we feel your welcome most keenly. In the course of acquainting ourselves with your sophisticated ways, however, we could not fail but wonder, wherefore do you wish to obtain vessels of flesh and thence to vanish? Will you not favor us with an explanation? You flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. Very well. We shall indulge you. In the beginning, when the yet possessed corporal bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believe we would eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness. From the tangible such as land to the intangible such as labor, there exist myriad hindrances to progress, but the most confining of all was the flesh itself. Our natural lifespan was distressingly middling, you see, too short to enjoy unhurried lives, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our bodies demanded considerable resources. But we managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities with everlasting lives, untroubled by the failures of the flesh. Thus changed, we had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We went on to make ever greater strides in our quest to transcend all limitations until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation. You sought to discover how the universe came into being and explained all extant phenomena, and thence predict the future? If we could but achieve this, we believe that we would be free from uncertainty and anxiety. And did you find the answers you sought? Give me a second here. Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us a fundamental truth. Knowledge of said truth is essential for the continuation of our conversation. If you would learn more, we will share it with you. No, we mustn't. Primitive as they are, it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporal forms, their lives readily ended. As those who have gone before, is it not our duty to warn them? What thinkest thou? We have deliberated and come to a consensus. If you are resolved to know it, we will disclose to you the truth we discovered, the truth of the universe. Seek us at the stone pillars just outside the bounds of the abode, a place called Elegia. A fundamental truth. We will hear it, of course. Let us learn what has led such an enlightened people to this indolent end. Where knowledge leads. Something seems to be weighing on Ariandra's mind. Alright. I'm gonna take a quick break here. Feeling a little drowsy. Probably a little longer than just a quick break. I know I'm so close to the end. It feels like something's going on here. I know I have more to do. I'm gonna take in and absorb what I have here, and I'm gonna just yeah, take a break. I'll probably be back on later. If not, I'll continue this in the morning. But I just need some time. I need some time with myself right now, and and I'm gonna just put a pause on this. This is a lot for me. This is a lot, and I don't want to rush anything. I'll be back.